And welcome back to Silent Hill 2.
So we just had our first enemy encounter. And we got what sounded like someone calling to James over the radio.
That monster, the person who designed it, was saying that he based it off when someone walked into the office and had sort of a hooded top on and their hands sort of shoved into the pockets and kind of cool and listening to music. And they said they sort of took that and then used it. Of course, we wisely ignore them unless we have to kill them.
Yes, most of the monsters out and about aren't worth it. I did actually mean to mention last time, and I will this time, the roads are noticeably narrower in this game.
Yes, and the car's noticeably more to scale.
Everything has a lot more attention to detail this time.
Also, there's usually a big noise filter over the whole thing to sort of give it a sort of a cool and sort of worn look. But we did have to turn it off for the purposes of recording this video, because it plays havoc with encoders.
And it's not such a thing to miss. I think the fog would be worse.
Yes, you can't go without the fog.
Oh, we had another luck there. It's really quite handy. Something you have to watch out for what your actual little character's doing.
And actually something about the widescreen which I think does actually help you in this
Right then.
game is that you can see both sides of the street quite a lot of the time. Excellent, we've picked up a key.
From a corpse that does look a little bit like James. It's a thing the game does at least 2 more times to my knowledge, where corpses look like James. They're wearing his clothes, but they often don't have faces, obviously. I like how the sign on that shop just there said fancy gifts. As opposed to the unfancy kind. There's a white van. Oh, those look so weird when they're scuttling around on the ground.
Sort of insect-like.
Yeah. Here we've got another dead body. With little bits of paper, which I believe you can read if you...
Yes, you can. You see, this is sort of your crash course in how to play the game. Although I'm not one of these people who turns off their torches very often. It does sort of give you hints about playing.
Yeah, it's telling you the basics. They are actually attracted to light. And then it's telling you to run rather than fight. And to not run in guns blazing. Poor guy who's trying to be helpful.
Ah, I think this is our first medikit.
First aid kit, yeah. And there's also a health drink there. It's very small on screen.
Yes, you can see our player following James's gaze, so you can see what he's looking at, so he can pick it up. Having a quick race with a bug there.
It's just sort of a random encounter with a little bug. It's like, what are you doing here, bug? Yeah, we're gonna get our first inside location. And the apartment, to my memory, as it were, you actually stay here for quite a while as your first sort of area to
It's
explore.
the first big location in the game.
Because when I first played it, thinking back, I didn't expect to spend quite as much time as I did in it. Garbage, no use for that.
James has no use for garbage.
We've got our apartment map.
The game's kind enough to give you this straight away.
And this is the Woodside Apartments. Which a lot of it you can't actually explore straight away. We're gonna go through the old staple of Silent Hill, where we have to explore and open up bits and bits of it. I quite like all the detail in the apartment.
I like the shadows are quite good. The light levels themselves aren't painfully dark. There's some light streaming in through things like that. Also, there's a sort of a strange light HDR effect, so that walls sort of get brighter and darker. If you keep an eye out for it, it's quite interesting to look at.
So it's quite a grimy, disused building. A lot of it seems not lived in. We've got boarded up bits and closed off bits.
And it's too dark to read the map.
It's too dark.
Which is a wonderful little detail, because it means you actually have to stand underneath light sources to read your map.
Yeah, it's quite clever. And the corridors to me in this always seem to feel really, really long and kind of claustrophobic.
Very narrow.
Obviously deliberate.
Unfortunately, that one's locked. We'll have to do a little bit more exploration.
And the other room that would have been there just doesn't exist. So you're never going to get a mark against it. Oh. I have memories coming back to me.
James is now the correct scale in the kitchen.
Yes, it makes you wonder actually if they looked at the first one and went, but the scale's all over the place and the attention to detail, so they thought they'd go crazy for this one and do all the detail.
I just love the way these little apartments look. Sort of this disused, broken down, old. Yes, we'll have to come back here with a light source.
Which is probably a little bit frustrating for the player, but you do have to kind of just leave everything until you find a torch.
You know, I think you can actually read that book, but once again, you do need your light source. Well, I can still hear the monster, but we'll have to see if we can find it next time.